Well, hello again, everyone. I'm Kronos006, and I'm back with another Let's Play. So, for this one, I wanted to do something completely different. I wanted to get away from the adventure genre for a little bit, and I wanted to do an action game. So this is actually my first console game Let's Play. This is the classic Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. The third of the NES Castlevania games. No, this is a 2D side-scroller. Back in the day, it was one of my favorites to play. I loved the branching pathways, which I'll talk about. I loved the sidekick characters, which I'll talk about. And I liked it because it was actually somewhat beatable compared to the original Castlevania game. I couldn't get past level 3 of the first Castlevania game, but this one I managed to finish, so hope you'll sit back and enjoy. Let's play Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. The whip, grab a side item, and let's get questing. For those youngins who haven't played the Castlevania genre, as you can see at the top of the screen, you can see an indicator for my health at the top, the red bar line, and then the one on the bottom is for the boss when I eventually run into him. Obviously, it's a 2D side-scroller, you want to kill the enemies, you don't want to get hit, you don't want your health to drain. Pretty sure anybody watching this pretty much knows kind of what they're doing at this point. Like I said, this one was released in 1990. I think I was about 8 years old, and I loved it. I mean, I played the heck out of this game. Because this game, unlike the later Castlevanias, which were largely non-linear sort of dungeon crawls, these NES games were really basically just 2D side-scrollers. You just went from A to B to C to D to E to F, and eventually you fought Dracula. So this one is a little different, and I'm not gonna, for those of you who've seen it, you already know what I'm talking about. For those of you who haven't, I'm gonna wait. Hope you enjoyed the intro as I sat back and as I sat back and we watched a little bit of it, rather. I generally like to just sit back on intros. I must say, though, I hope that the writing was due to a bad or a simple translation, because the writing there was kind of like a 4th grader. So, I'm sure it was just a bad translation. Konami of America, around this time, they would still get some bad translations from the Japanese version. Got a bit of a cold. I want to apologize if my voice sounds weird, or I'm probably going to cough a lot. I'll try to edit it out. Oh, and just so everyone knows, I'm going to try to use save states as little as possible. Again, I don't want to bore everyone with my fail, and believe me, I will fail, as I already have in putting together the few parts that I have ready to go right now. So basically, I'm just letting you guys know right up front, solemnly swear, I'm going to try to use save states as little as possible during this. If I get flustered enough that I want to rage quit, I might use one just to get past the tough part. When I do, I'll let you know. Doing real well so far, I gotta say. These little blue bricks here are really annoying and kind of dangerous, because if you jump on them like that, you instantly fall through. And you'll see some more, you might be able to see some more up here. There's kind of a dangerous pathway coming up. The Medusa heads. One of my least favorite enemies in this whole genre. God, those things are annoying. As long as you walk across them, you're fine, but if you fall on them, that's when they open up. Zombie, zombie, zombie. Not all the side weapons are good. The holy water, which I've got right now, is a very effective weapon against this boss. This thing destroys all enemies on screen, and I waited too long. I was trying to wait till there were more zombies. Items disappear if you wait too long. So I am playing this for my PC. I'm using an emulator I downloaded. Don't worry, I own the original game, so that's not technically illegal. Basically, I don't have the technology required to record from a console yet. So, I wanted to do a console game, yet wanted to pick a game I could do on a PC. So... I never played Simon's Quest. I just couldn't really get into it at the time. It was very confusing for me when I played it as a youngster. I just didn't get it. And subsequent attempts to replay it, I don't know. It just... It departs a lot from the standard of Castlevania 1, such that it's just... I don't know, I just didn't get into it as much. I know there are a lot of hardcore fans of it. To each their own. Wanted to avoid the dagger there. The dagger is one of the weakest weapons in the game. It's just really not all that useful. Oh, here we go. First boss. Ah. Burn, baby, burn. Yes! Stage 1 cleared with 0 deaths. I'm kind of impressed at my playing there. Okay, so this is what I was talking about before. What I really love about this game are the branching pathways. So you can choose which direction to go. If I go up, I go to the clock tower. And if I go down, I go to the forest. And another interesting thing about this game is that therefore you're not going to play all the levels in one run. And so it encourages playing it again and making different choices. Also, inherent to the branching path design of the game, there are side characters that you can have join your cause, and depending on which way you go, basically determines your choice of side character that you're going to get. They each have their strengths and weaknesses. I pretty much have in mind, I think, who I'm going to go with. Do I really want to do that? I hate the clock tower, but the character's kind of useful. Okay. I'll just go with the bottom path. I think I know who I want. I won't spoil it, but we'll get there. I said I'm playing it off of a PC. I went out and I bought myself a PC game controller. It's called... let's see. What is it? It's called GigaWare. It's just a PC gamepad, and basically it's used for giving yourself some good old console control on the PC. It's USB, I think it's about 25 bucks from Radio Shack, and it's been pretty good so far. The direction pad is a little wonky. Sometimes you'll see me go wrong directions sometimes. Like, later on I'll get kind of frustrated because I'll meant to push one direction and it actually detects me pushing another. So, the direction controls are a little wonky, but it's otherwise responsive and a lot easier than trying to play by keyboard would be. Because I appreciate my viewers and I wanted to give it my best shot, do my best at performing the game. I didn't really explain this for those not familiar with Castlevania. Obviously, the hearts that you're seeing is not health. That's how many times I can use my side weapon. The big hearts are worth 10, the little hearts are worth 1, and the different weapons cost different amounts to use. That's the boomerang, and that's... I know I'm going to need that for a future boss, but right now it's pretty good to have against these owls. Ah! Ugh! Interesting bit of trivia, that sound that Trevor makes when he gets hit, I'm pretty sure that's the same 8-bit sound effect that happens when Link gets hit in Zelda 2: Link's Adventure. Fans of the series will know that the red skeletons are slightly different than the white. These skeletons cannot die. You can hit them, and they'll go down, and then get right back up again a few seconds later, so they're kind of annoying, but it's part of the fun. Jeez. I remember this fog graphic being so damn thick. What is this, Silent Hill? That little red-looking thing that I just killed is another one of my most hated enemies in the Castlevania series, gremlins. They hop about, they move really quickly, they tend to gang up on you, and they're really obnoxious. Alright, making really good progress here. I'm afraid I'm gonna jinx it if I keep talking about how good I'm doing, but it's going pretty well so far. Another choice. Top route takes me to one character, when I want another. Top route's probably one of the most challenging characters to play with. Most fun, but most challenging. Ah, screw it, I'll just take the bottom route. I think I know the character I want. Do not want the knife. It's a trap. I definitely want this item for the upcoming boss. That's sort of quicksand. If you wait long enough, you will sink into it and you will die. So whenever I'm in that, I'm gonna have to move quick. Nope, don't want the axe either. I don't think I've got enough health to beat the boss like this. Oh, shoot! I didn't want the holy water. Little, hidden items of, meat there you can find in the blocks, and they restore your health, so it's always worthwhile to run around and whip all the blocks as much as you can. There are hidden items that are in them sometimes. The little money bags provide bonus to your score, which I don't care anything about. I'm playing this game for the story and the action. Score never really appealed much to me. Wow, I actually got an extra life! I'm not sure if I've ever done that in a Castlevania game. I'm making a really nice run here. Again, I'm sure I'm gonna jinx myself. Ah, come on, Ghost. There really wasn't much story, you'll note, as the intro showed. It's pretty simple. Dracula shows up every 100 years or so and Somebody's got to kill him. There's no way to kill him completely. He always comes back after a certain amount of time. That's the curse. For the uninitiated, if you look up the history of where Bram Stoker originally came up with the idea for Dracula, it's actually a pretty fascinating character. Vlad the Impaler. Interesting. Look it up on Wikipedia sometime. It's good stuff. Alright, I don't know if I can beat this boss with this amount of health. Every time you hit it, it splits into smaller, quicker versions of itself. Ah! Oh, this is... Oh, no. And thus ends the no-dying run. Like that was gonna happen. So as you noticed, every time you die, the game throws you back to an arbitrary continue point of its choice, and your whip gets completely depowered, you lose all your hearts, and you lose a life. When that little number next to P up top is 0, that's it. You either continue, start back at the beginning of a stage, or you can get a password in order to keep your progress, which is nice, because in the original Castlevania, I'm pretty sure they didn't have passwords. You had to play it all in one run. You could continue, but you had to play it all in one run. The game designers were kind in that they implemented the password system. Again, I have such little health, I don't think this is gonna go well. Die! Miserable bat! Ah! Come on. Come on, work! Hit! Come back! Oh, yes! Haha! That's why I love the boomerang. Collateral damage.